Hi everyone, I'm here once again with a new lecture, and but it's very important one. Myself, Asim, and your subject is Introduction to Language Studies. I can't write it properly because the slide is too short, and your class is BS English. Your semester is first, as you all know that. So today's topic is very important for you, and that is about semantics. And I'll discuss you what is semantics and what does uh, it work and how does it work actually, and how significant is it for your study actually. And let's see how it goes. Semantics. What is semantics? So semantics is the study of meaning of words, phrases and sentences. So basically semantics का मतलब है कि मीनिंग्स जो होते हैं वर्ड्स के, फ्रेजेस के एंड सेंटेंसेस के. And in semantic analysis, there is always an attempt to focus on what the words conventionally mean, rather than on what a speaker might want to words on the particular occasion. So semantic analysis क्या होता है, हम ये समझते हैं कि एक्चुअली जो वर्ड्स कन्वेंशनली यूज़ किए गए हैं उनका मतलब क्या है, ना कि वो स्पीकर जो वर्ड्स कह रहा है उसका क्या मतलब. सो मैं कुछ थोड़ा आपको बताऊंगा. फॉर ह्यूमन मेकिंग सेंस ऑफ टेक्स्ट इज सिंपल. तो ह्यूमन का जो मेकिंग जो सेंस होती है वो सिंपल होती है. सो वी रिकग्नाइज इंडिविजुअल वर्ड्स एंड द कॉन्टेक्स्ट इन विच दे आर यूज्ड. इफ यू रीड दिस ट्वीट, अगर आप ये एग्जाम्पल आपको दे रहा हूँ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप मतलब कहते हैं कि योर कस्टमर सर्विस इज अ जोक. मतलब ये जो आपकी कस्टमर सर्विस है ये मजाक है. आई हैव बीन ऑन होल्ड फॉर 30 मिनट्स एंड काउंटिंग. तो मतलब एक बंदा जो कस्टमर सर्विस पे है वो कह रहा है कि यार ये तो मजाक है, मैं 30 मिनट से इंतज़ार कर रहा हूँ, अभी तक जा रही है. तो आप इससे क्या अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं? यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट अ कस्टमर इज फ्रस्ट्रेटेड because the customer service agent is taking too long to respond. अब ये है semantics basically. However, machines first need to be trained to make sense of human language and understand the context in which words are used. Otherwise, they might misinterpret the words joke as power machine learning algorithms and semantic analysis system can understand the context of natural language, detect emotions and sarcasm, and extract valuable information from unstructured data, achieving human language accuracy. And ये होती हैं semantics की बेसिकली थोड़ी सी समझने का अंदाज जो मैंने आपको बताया है. ये अब उसमें लेट्स सी व्हाट इज आवर नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. conceptual meanings. Conceptual meaning covers those basic essential components of meaning which are conveyed by the literal use of word. For example, some of the basic components of words like needle in English might include thin, sharp, steel instrument. तो conceptual meaning क्या होता है? Basically हम वो चीज़ें covers करते हैं और components होते हैं जो literal जो यूज़ होता है वर्ड. फॉर एग्जांपल सम ऑफ द बेसिक कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ द वर्ड लाइक, अब जैसे नीडल्स है तो उसको इंग्लिश माइट इंक्लूड. सो ये भी कह सकते हैं कि थिन शार्प स्टील इंस्ट्रूमेंट है. ये कंसेप्चुअल मीनिंग है. नेक्स्ट है एसोसिएटिव मीनिंग. सो इन एसोसिएटिव मीनिंग यू मे हैव एसोसिएशन और connotations attached to a word. For example, like needle, which lead you to think of painful whenever you encountered the said word. The association is not treated as a conceptual meaning of needle. So next मैं आपको और भी बताऊँ थोड़ा कि semantics होता क्या है. Simply put, semantic analysis is the process of drawing meaning from text. It allows computers to understand and interpret sentences, paragraphs, or whole documents by analyzing their grammatical structure and identifying relationship between individual words and a particular context. And it is essential subtask of natural language process and the devising and driving force behind machine learning tools like chatbots, search as engines, and text analysis. These are the kind of things that relate to the semantics. And semantics analysis driven tools can help to companies to automatically extract meaningful information from unstructured data such as emails, sport tickets, and customer feedback. Something like the below will explain how it works. Actually, I will explain that. The next is conceptual versus associative meanings. So when linguists investigate the meaning of words in a language, they are normally interested in characterizing the conceptual meaning and less concerned with the associative meaning of words. So, however, poets and adversaries are very interested in using terms in such as a way that their associative meanings are evoked. For example, in the ad of Pepsi, generation next or is zong advertising sub keh do. These are the actually conceptual meanings and there's associative meanings as well. There are some of the semantic features as well that you need to understand. How does semantic approach help us to understand the nature of language? It might be helpful as a means of accounting for the oddness which we experience when we read English sentences, such as the follows. For example, the hamburger ate the man, and 2. My cat studied linguistics. Number 3. A table was listening to some music. So above sentences are syntactically right but semantically odd, right? For example, ये semantically थोड़ा अजीब लगेंगे. Hamburger eat the man. भाई hamburger eat the man. भाई hamburger ने बंदे को खा लिया. My cat studies लिंग्विस्टिक, मेरी बिल्ली लिंग्विस्टिक पढ़ती है. ये मैं टेबल वाज लिसनिंग टू सम म्यूजिक, और मेज जो है वो म्यूजिक सुन रहा है. अब आप सेंटेंसेस या सिंटैटिकली तो राइट होंगे, तो लिंग्विस्टिकली सिमेंटिकली थोड़ा ऑड होंगे. एंड एनालाइज कैसे करते हैं? बेसिकली लेक्सिकल semantics plays an important role in semantic analysis. Allows machines to understand relationship between lexical terms, what as phrases, verbs, etc. आपको further मैं आपको बताऊंगा कैसे explain करते हैं. According to some basic syntactic rules for forming English sentences, we have well-structured sentences. The hamburger ate the man, and they are the NP, V, and NP. This sentence is syntactically good but semantically odd, since the sentence "the man ate the hamburger" is perfectly acceptable, and the kind of noun which can be subjects of the verb ate must denote entitles which are capable of eating, and the noun hamburger does not have this property a man has. So there is a difference. आपको समझ आ गई होगी कि कैसे वो सिमेंटिकली और थे, सिंथेटिकली गलत थे. तो हैमबर्गर तो इंसान को नहीं खा सकता, इंसान हैमबर्गर खा सकता है. बेसिकली टेबल तो म्यूजिक नहीं सुन सकती. दैट इज द semantics meaning. Next is semantic rules. There are some rules of semantics. Words are not just as containers of meanings. They fulfill different roles within the situation described by a sentence. For example, if the situation is a simple event such as the boy kicked the ball, the verb kick described an action, and the noun phrase "the boy and the ball" describe the rules of entities. Entities such as people and things involved in the action. Actually, I have sore throat and रोज़ा भी है, गला भी खराब है. So I'm facing some problems. Hopefully that will not make any inconvenience for you, and you will understand that better. So here in this slide, words are not just a container of meaning. वो कहता words नहीं है जो आप meaning को हमेशा लेके आगे चले. they fulfill different rules within the situation described. The sentence वो कुछ rules हैं जो उनको पूरा करते हैं. For example, if the situation is a simple event such as the boy kicked the ball, the verb kick describe an action. The noun phrase the boy and the ball describe the rules of entities such as people and things involved in the action. ये है rule उनके. There are some agents as well, and the entity that performs the action is technically known as agent. तो कोई भी entity जो perform करती है action उसको agent कहते हैं. For example, the boy kicked the ball. As in the sentence, one rule is taken by the boy and the boy perform an action, so it is agent. Although agents are typically human, they can also be non-human forces, machines or creature. For example, the wind blew the ball away, the car ran over the ball, and the dog caught the ball. It's mean dog and wind and car, these are the agents actually, because they are performing the action. Hopefully आप get कर रहे हैं. There are some themes as well, and the entity that is involved in or affected by the action is technically known as theme. So भी entity जो involve होती है और affect करती है action को वो theme होती है. For example, the boy kicked the ball. In this sentence, ball is the theme because it is affected by the action performed by the agent. The theme can also be an entity that is simply being described. For example, the ball was red. The theme can also be human. Indeed, the same physical entity can appear into semantic rules. For example, the boy kicked himself. Here, boy is agent and himself is theme. Hopefully, you are getting my points. An instrument क्या होता है? If an agent uses another entity in performing an action, that other entity fills the role of instrument. For example, she hit the bug with the magazine. Writing with a pen or eating with a spoon, the phrases a pen and a spoon have the semantic role of instrument. Hopefully you are getting my points as well. And semantic analysis, जैसा कि मैं बता रहा हूँ, this also takes into account single and symbols, semiotics and collocations, words that often go together. Automatic symptom analysis works with the help by feeling semantically enhanced machine learning algorithms and simple yet to text trained machines. And experiencer क्या होता है? And when a noun phrase designates an entity as a person who has a feeling or perception or a state, it fills the role of experiencer. If we see, know or enjoy something, we do not perform any action, and in this way we are in a role of experiencer. For example, did you hear the noise? The experience is you and theme is that noise, right? कोई भी noun phrase designate कर देता है entity को, feelings को, perception को, state को और role को, उसको experiencer कहते हैं. Next is location. When an entity is in the description of the event, then it fills the role of location. On the table, in the room, etc. For example, Mary saw a mosquito on the wall. The sentence on the wall is location. And the next is source and goal. Where an entity moves from the source and where it moves it to the goal. तो entity moves करती है जहाँ से वो source है, and where it moves और जहाँ वो move करके जाती है वो goal है. So for example, when we talk about transferring money from savings to checking, the source is saving and the goal is checking. It is quite simple actually, and hopefully you will be able to understand it properly. There are some sense disambiguation as well. The automated process of identifying in the which sense is a word used according to its context. And natural language is ambiguous and polysemic. Sometimes that some words can have different meanings depending on how it is used. The word orange, for example, can refer to a color or a food, or even in a city in Florida. So these are the different source. Lexical relation. Words are not only the containers or are fulfilling roles, they can also have relationship. We describe the meaning of words in terms of their relationship. For example, if we are asked the meaning of word conceal, we might reply in the same as hide. The meaning of shallow as the opposite of deep, and the meaning of the daffodil as it is a kind of flower. In doing so, we are characterizing the meaning of a word not in terms of components, features, but in terms of relationship to other words. Basically वो कहते हैं कि सिर्फ वर्ड जो होते हैं कंटेनर्स नहीं होते ना, फिर फुलफिल करते हैं सिर्फ रोल को, उनका एक रिलेशनशिप भी होता है डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए वर्ड्स के मीनिंग को इन टर्म्स ऑफ देयर रिलेशनशिप, तो उसके रिश्ते के हिसाब से जो बताया जाता है उसको लेक्सिकल रिलेशन कहते हैं, और एग्जाम्पल भी नीचे मैंने आपको दी है. Autonomy. The two forms with opposite meaning are called anatomies. For example, quick, slow, big, small, long, short, rich, poor, happy, sad, hot, cold, old, young, male, female, and true, false, alive, dead. Antonyms are divided into two parts. Gradable antonyms, and such as the pair big small, can be used in comparative constructions like bigger than, smaller than. Negative of one member of the gradable pair does not necessarily imply the other. For example, dog is not old. It is not mean that dog is young. So एंटोनमी, देयर आर टू डिफरेंट अपोजिट वर्ड्स होते हैं जिसको कंपेयर करते हैं, जैसा कि फॉर एग्जांपल बताया है क्विक है, स्लो है, बिग है, स्मॉल है. दीज आर द एग्जांपल्स. और नीचे एंटोनमी डिवाइड टू पार्ट्स में किया गया. ग्रेडेबल एंटोनिमस होते हैं सच एज द बिग स्मॉल कैन बी यूज एज कंपैरेटिव कंस्ट्रक्शन, और नेगेटिव में होता है ग्रेडेबल पेयर्स होते हैं इसमें इम्प्लाई किया जाता है. फॉर एग्जांपल डॉग इज नॉट ओल्ड, इट डज नॉट मीन दैट यंग इज नॉट हियर. एंटोनमी. Hyphonymy. When the meaning of one word is included in the meaning of another, the relationship is described as homophone. Hyphonyms. So, for example, daffodil, flower, and dog, animal, poodle, dog, carrot, vegetable, banyan, tree. सो ऐसा वर्ड जिसका एक मतलब दूसरे वर्ड में ऐड हो जाता है, इसका रिलेशनशिप शो करता है, तो इसको हाइफोनिमी कहते हैं. एंड द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ इंक्लूजन इन्वॉल्व्ड हियर. फॉर एग्जांपल, इट एनी ऑब्जेक्ट इज अ डैफोडिल, then it is necessary a flower, so the meaning of flower is included in the meaning of daffodils. Daffodils hyphonym of a flower. So we look at the meaning of words is some type of hierarchical relationship. Three diagrams are present there. So there are relationship abstractions as well. The task consists of detecting the semantic relationship present in the context. Relationship usually involves two or more entities, which can be names of people, places, company names. These entities are connected to a semantic category such as work at, lives in, is the CEO of, headquartered at. For example, a phrase Steve Jobs is one of the founder of the Apple. These are the instruction, and there are some of the techniques as well. And the next is homophoning. When two or more different written forms have the same pronunciation, they are described as homophones. दो से ज़्यादा डिफरेंट वर्ड जिसकी प्रोनाउंसिएशन जो है वो सेम हो, जैसे बेयर बेयर, मीट मीट, फ्लावर फ्लोर, and pale pale, sew so. These are homophones, and there are some classification of models as well, sorting text into predefined categories based on its content. Customer service teams may want to classify sport tickets as they drop their help decks, and there are the extractions as well. The next is false meaning. If a word has multiple meanings, that is called plasmic. Relatedness of meaning accompanying identical form is technically known as plasmy. For example, the word hat is used to refer to the object of the top of a body, top of a glass of beer, and top of the company or department. Another word, foot, has multiple meanings such as a foot of a person or a bed of a mountain or etc. टॉल्समी ऐसे होता है जिसके वर्ड के बहुत सारे मीनिंग्स होते हैं. कुछ एक्सट्रैक्शन मॉडल्स हैं जो आपको बताता हूँ. की वर्ड एक्सट्रैक्शन होता है फाइंडिंग रिलेटिव वर्ड्स एंड एक्सप्रेशन इन अ टेक्स्ट. दिस टेक्निक इज यूज्ड along or alongside one of the above methods of to gain more granular insights. For instance, you could analyze the keywords in a bunch of tweets and to have been characterized as a negative and detect which word or topic are mentioning them to most often. Entity extractions होते हैं, identifying name entities in such like names of people, companies, places, etc. Customer service means teams find a useful extract of automatical extracts of names, products, shipping numbers, emails. And next होता है automatically classifying tickets होता है using semantics analysis tools, evaluates agents from the repetitive task of the allows them to focus on tasks that are provide more value well while improving their whole customer experiences. And next is metonymy. There is another type of relationship between words based on simply on the close connection in everyday experience. That close connection can be based on a container contents, relation, bottle, coke, can, juice, or a whole part relationship, car, wheel, house, roof, or a representative symbol, relationship, king, crown, president, and the White House. Metonymy, there is another word होता है relationship show करता है word का based on simply on the close connection जो होता है everyday experience से, उनको metonymy कहते हैं. जैसे कि examples मैंने दिए हैं आपको नीचे. Next is collocation. The frequently occurring together is known as collocation. Words tend to occur with other words. For example, if I ask 1,000 people what they think when they say hammer, more than half will say nail. If you say table, they will mostly say chair. And for butter, bread, or for needle, thread, and for salt, pepper. Some collocations are joint pairs of words such as salt and pepper and husband and wife. Collocation basically इसका मीनिंग होता है ऐसे वर्ड जो एक साथ यूज होते हैं जब भी आदमी इकट्ठे आते हैं. मिसाल आपको दी है, जैसे कि अगर 1000 लोगों को कहा जाए कि हैमर क्या है तो ज़्यादातर जवाब देंगे कि नेल. एंड अगर आप कहते हैं कि टेबल तो मोस्टली फिर कहेंगे चेयर. फिर अगर कहें बटर तो फिर वो ब्रेड कहेंगे, नीडल तो थ्रेड कहेंगे. So basically, the collocation are joint pairs of words such as salt and pepper and husbands and wives. These are the collocations. And by concluding this, I'll say that when combined with machine learning, semantic analysis allows you to delve into your customer data by enabling machines to extract meaning from unstructured text to scale and in real time. Powerful semantic enhanced machine learning tools will deliver valuable insights that drive better decision making and improve customer experiences. These are makes a simply analysis of the things and can create models to automatically analyze your text of semantics and perform techniques sentiments and topic analysis or keywords extract in just a few simple steps. This is our today's topic. Hopefully you did enjoy it and you will learn it by Santu. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Wonderful class.